Good morning, my beautiful friends. How are you today? This is cycle 3, week 19. So this week we're gonna go do the same thing we always do. I've got my puppet friends, I've got my maps, so you go get ready and we'll get started. The first thing we're gonna do this time is timeline, as always. And we're starting with Lincoln's Wars Between the States. So we've got this picture, Lincoln's War Between the States. Then we have Reconstruction of the Southern States. Next, we have Dominion of Canada. After that, we have Otto von Bismarck unifies Germany. Boer Wars in Africa. The Spanish-American War. And you know what, guys? I don't have my last card. The last card is the Progressive Era. So, let's go with our song. Y'all are going to have to forgive me for not having my last card. So, the timeline song goes like this. I'm going to show you the cards and then we'll get up and dance. Okay, now let's do it one more time. This time, I want you to stand up. You know, we got to get our bones moving. I want you to stand up, and I want you to give me your best wiggle dance moves, all right? So here we go, one more time. All right, great job. I loved seeing you guys get all your dance moves out. All right, coming up next is math. So if you want to go find some cool math shades or something like that, we're going to be rapping again. Okay, guys, we need to talk a little bit about the math for today before we get our groove on. Okay, so area of a circle. So we have the circle, and we're trying to find the area. Now, we've got this little symbol right here. See it? That's called pi. Now, pi is a symbol that represents a number. And the number that it represents is 3.14. Now, the number really isn't just 3.14. It goes on forever in a really long decimal. But we're just going to remember 3.14 is pi. And then it says a little bitty r. Now, that r represents the radius. The radius is half of the diameter. Ooh, I'm throwing a lot of words in. Okay, so the diameter is the length from one side of a circle to the other. Now, the radius is just half of that. So it's from the middle to one of the edges. And then we have this little bitty 2, which means squared. So let's go over that again. The area of a circle is equal to pi, which is 3.14, times the radius, which is half of the circle, squared. You got that? All right, get your groovy glasses on or whatever you have at home, and we're actually going to listen to the song together. You ready? After me. The area of a circle. 3.14 times the radius squared. The area of a circle. Pi, 3.14 times the radius squared. The area of a circle. Pi, 3.14 times the radius squared. Okay, let's see if we can do that again together. You ready? So you're going to repeat after me. The area of a circle equals pi radius squared, pi radius squared. I think I did it differently than the song. Let's try that again. The area of a circle equals pi 3.14, pi 3.14 radius squared. What do you think? You got it? So let's do it one more time together. The area of a circle equals pi 3.14 radius squared. The area of a circle equals pi 3.14 times the radius squared. Okay, guys, this week in history, our sentence says, tell me about NATO. In 1949, the United States and its allies formed NATO to resist the spread of Soviet communism. Now, you're going to kind of know the tune to this song, but again, we just did this last week, but I think the best way to practice this song is to get out something to be your drumsticks, and you can play the drums on pots and pans, or you can try to be in a marching band and march around and sing this song with me, okay? So, tell me about NATO.
In 1949, the United States and its allies formed NATO to resist the spread of Soviet communism. In 1949, the United States and its allies formed NATO to resist the spread of Soviet communism.
Okay, guys. For geography this week, we're going to be talking about trails. And before we look at them on the map, we're going to say them together because one of them sounds really funny the way that it's spelled. So the first one is the Cumberland Road, the Santa Fe Trail, the Mormon Trail, the Gila Trail, the Old Spanish Trail, the California Trail, and the Oregon Trail. Now this goes to the tune. Ready? I've been working on the trails all of week 19. Oregon Trail, California Trail, Old Spanish Trail, Gila Trail, and the Mormon Trail by the Great Salt Lake, Santa Fe Trail, and the Cumberland Road. Now, Miss Megan, sometimes, we all know, gets the tunes wrong. So I'm going to go and link the song that you can hear it exactly how they told me how, and we're going to practice it together. So hold on tight.
Geography Week 19 Trails. I've been working on my trails all for week 19. Oregon, California, the Mormon Trail by the Great Salt Lake, bum, bum, bum. Old Spanish Trail, the Gila and the Santa Fe, the Cumberland Road ends at Chesapeake Bay, bum, bum. Geography Week 19 Trails. I've been working on my trails all for week 19. Oregon, California, the Mormon Trail by the Great Salt Lake, bum, bum, bum. Old Spanish Trail, the Gila and the Santa Fe, the Cumberland Road ends at Chesapeake Bay, bum, bum.
Okay, guys, this week in science, our question is, what is the difference between an acid and a base? And the answer is, an acid donates a hydrogen ion and a base accepts a hydrogen ion. So remember, donating is giving it away And accepting is taking it from somebody else. So we're going to say that again. What is the difference between an acid and a base? An acid donates a hydrogen ion, and a base accepts a hydrogen ion. Now, I hope you guys get ready for this because the song is supposed to be linked. And I've listened to the whole thing, and I can't find this part of the song. So guess what? I made it up. So bear with me, but I think you'll understand the tune because it goes along with the rest of them, okay? So, what is the difference between an acid and a base? The acid donates a hydrogen ion, and a base accepts a bad try. Let's try it again. You ready? What is the difference between an acid and a base? I don't know, but let's find out. Let's see what it says. An acid donates a hydrogen ion, and a base accepts a hydrogen ion. I think that was pretty good. What do you think? You want me to try again? I knew you would. Okay, let's try it again. You ready? What is the difference between an acid and a base? I don't know, but let's find out. Let's look and see what it says. An acid donates a hydrogen ion, and a base, it accepts a hydrogen ion. I don't know if I should ever become a rapper or a songwriter, but I think you get the idea, right? So let's do it again just to make sure you understand, and I want you to repeat after me. What is the difference between an acid and a base? An acid donates a hydrogen ion. Let me hear you. And a base accepts a hydrogen ion. Great job, guys. Thanks for bearing with me while I tried to make up the song. Okay, guys. This week in English, we're still talking about sentence parts. But this week, we're talking about a clause. Now, a clause is a group of words that contain both a subject and a verb. Now, if you remember, a subject is what the sentence is about, and a verb is what the sentence is doing. Not the sentence, the subject. A verb is what the sentence is doing. Okay? So a clause has to have both of those. So let's see if we can do this together. I've got some of my friends here. First, we're going to do Mr. Sheep. And you know what? I think they're going to talk together. So we're going to have Mr. Sheep and Mr. Cow. You ready? What is a clause? Well, let me tell you. A clause is a group of words that contains both a subject and a verb. Thanks, friend. Okay, let's try it again. Me and Mr. Sheep and Mr. Cow are going to ask you to help us. What is a clause? Now, they're going to say it and you repeat it. A clause is a group of words that contain both a subject and a verb. Okay, one more time. You ready? One more time. You ready? A clause is a group of words that contain both a subject and a verb. Okay, guys, we're at the end. We're getting to Latin. So let's talk about the words that we have today. We have et tenebrae. That's what it sounds like, tenebrae. Am, so we don't really pronounce that E. It's just kind of like am, non comprehenderent. Comprehenderent. You got it? Okay, so et tenebrae, am non comprehenderent. And the darkness did not comprehend it. And you can see that big word right there looks just like comprehend. So let's try it again. Et tenebrae eam non comprehenderant, and the darkness did not comprehend it. Okay, you repeat after me. Et tenebrae eam nam comprehenderant, and the darkness did not comprehend it. Okay, let's do it one more time. You repeat after me. Et tenebrae eam nam comprehenderant, and the darkness did not comprehend it. Great job, guys. Okay, guys, we're wrapping up with review, and let's talk about everything we did this week. First, we started with Lincoln's War between the states, Reconstruction of the Southern States, Dominion of Canada, Otto von Bismarck unifies Germany, Boer Wars in Africa, the Spanish-American War, the Progressive Era, na 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 na. I don't know about you, but I get that song stuck in my head and it just makes me want to sing along. Okay? Then we wrapped again and we did the area of a circle. You ready? The area of a circle equals pi 3.14, pi 3.14 times the radius squared. Got it? Okay. Area equals pi times the radius squared. Then, in history, we talked about NATO. In 1949, the United States and its allies formed NATO to resist the spread of the Soviet communism.
In 1949, the United States and its allies formed NATO to resist the spread of Soviet communism. In 1949, the United States and its allies formed NATO to resist the spread of Soviet communism.
Very good. Okay, and then we talked about the trails. And this one was to the tune of I've been working on the railroad, remember? I've been working on the trails all of week 19. Oregon, California,
The Mormon Trail
trail,
by the Great Salt Lake.
bum, bum.
bum.
Old Spanish Trail, the Gila and the Santa Fe, the Cumberland Road ends at Chesapeake Bay. Bum, bum. Great job. Okay, now we did science. And remember, we tried to make up a song. What is the difference between an acid and a base? I don't know, but let's find out. Here's what we say. An acid donates a hydrogen ion, and a base accepts a hydrogen ion. All right, and then we talked about sentence parts. A clause is a group of words that contain both a subject and a verb. They have to be together to be a clause. And the last one for Latin, et tenebrae eam non comprehenderant, and the darkness did not comprehend it. Well, that wraps up week 19, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I can't wait to see each and every one of you next week. And I want you to know that you are loved and you are prayed for.